the shelter from the rain. In your grace I'll remain, lost and found in your name. Every step you light my way, in your truth I'll always stay. With your love my fears are laid, grateful every single day. Love God above all things, enjoy your hearts will sing. Respect in what He brings, in faith our souls will cling. Every step you light my way, in your truth I'll
Alright, so at this point, I am just going to put a coat of primer on this wall. Today's goal is to at least get this wall complete, all the way to maybe on the other side of the door, like this whole entire wall. That's my goal today. So I haven't done any painting in several days because I've come home and I don't want to get involved in it if I don't have a lot of time. So it's Saturday, it's in the morning early, it's about almost 9 o'clock. So my husband and my daughter went to go pick something up. So my son's still asleep, he got home late. So yeah, it's just me in here and Toby. Bella's outside going potty. And so it's a good time to get started. So I just want to get this wall at least complete. My goal is to get it painted today, to get all of this trim done, to get the baseboard trim done behind the fireplace because I have not done that yet. I wanted to wait until I got to paint back out. Paint the trim around the door. Work on possibly painting the door because I want to paint the door the same color as the trim. So I want all of that to be the same. But I am going to have to prime that door because it's going to need to be primed. So I'm probably going to take some sandpaper, rough it up, prime it, and then paint that. I'm not taking down my little hooks for my curtain rods. Yes, you should. But I'm not. I'm just going to paint around them because my curtains are still going to go back up there. I will get close. You're not going to see behind it. It will be all the way. You won't even know. So the only way somebody knows if they take them down, and then they'll see big whoop. It's going to be a spot about that big. So I'm not worried about it. Typically, you should take them down. So if you want to be a professional, take them down. I'm not a professional. I'm leaving them up. First off, I want to put a coat of primer. This white that's over here right now, as you can see, it's not all the way, you know, around the windows at the top. It's just in the middle. It was when I did this wall and the other wall over here, and I had it still on the roller. And what was left in the pan when I was putting it all away that night, and I didn't want to waste it. Paint is expensive. So I came over and I just rolled it on the wall and put it in spots. So some of it's white, but I'm going to put primer over it because I think if I put primer over it, my paint is going to last a lot longer. That took a lot to cover that gray, which I didn't really think it would because it's not a very, very dark gray. But I think it will help my paint go further. So I'm going to go ahead and prime it. I hate priming first. I'd rather have paint and primer all in one, which that paint was supposed to have, but yeah, didn't cover that great. So I'm going to go ahead and prime it, get that going, and get started. God! No! Oh my gosh. Put that in slow-mo on the camera. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That has never happened before. to try to get this stuff up. I care less about my pants right now. Okay, that part's clean. Now to work on my rug. I should have had my blanket pulled out a lot further. I thought the pan was closed. This was a totally unexpected Bible lesson for myself this morning. Because as I'm sitting here scrubbing my rug, my pans, and cleaned up the floor, and oh, the big mess I made. I thought the lid was on. But anyway, as I'm sitting here scrubbing, I have to laugh, and I have to give God praise and thank Him for how He's helped me to handle this, because there was a time when I would have done something like this, and I would have, I must be getting it out because I'm losing track of where it was. But I would have done something like this, and I would have probably screamed and yelled and hollered and fussed and been so frustrated and been like, oh my Lord, I can't believe you'd be so stupid, talking to myself. And like, I would have just totally had a completely wrong reaction and been like, my rug, like, you know, oh my gosh, my rug, you know, now I gotta buy a new one and this, and I don't know, like, thank you, Lord. I'm very happy with how He's helped me to handle this situation, you know, because otherwise I would have had a lot of editing to do. So y'all wouldn't have seen that ugly side, you know. But I'm so thankful that God is working that out of me, you know, and I'm happy for the work He's doing in my heart and my life. And I'm just, yeah, I'm very thankful. I'm happy that He is showing me that, you know, things are just things. You know, I mean, accidents happen. I honest to God, thought the lid was on that thing. It looked like it was on. So I was going to shake it up before I stirred it up. Oh, goodness. But, you know, it wasn't, and hence what happened. But I'm just really happy and thankful for how God's working in my heart and my life, and little things like that. When, if we sit back and we stop in the moment and start thinking about that kind of stuff, then we realize and we can see where God has done a work. And it may not mean nothing to you, but to me, I'm thankful for it, because I, for the longest time, would have been an idiot and been very fleshly, and I wouldn't have cursed, but I just would have just had stupid anger. That is just not, I don't know, not necessary. Unnecessary. And yeah, I've been laughing at the whole thing. I was yelling at Toby though, because when I ran into the kitchen, I was like, I forgot about him being in here, and then I was in the kitchen. You might hear me. I don't know, unless I do edit that out. I don't know. I might edit that out because I was just walking to the kitchen. But I'll tell you what I was doing. I was hollering, Toby, get back, get back. Because I was thinking, I'm in here in the kitchen, and he's in there with his nose down in it, and then his paws, and he's probably walking, but he wasn't. So I was hollering at him to get back, don't get in it, but he didn't. He's laying over there in the bed watching me scrub the floor like, Mom, you're a dummy. He could care less. He got his belly full. He's done. He's nap time. So, and I'm so thankful I put on these stupid old leggings, because I was like, what am I going to wear to paint? I don't want to get my clothes, you know, stuff splatters. I don't get paint on my clothes. Oh, God. And, yeah, these are old leggings, thank God, that I don't ever wear anywhere. So guess what? I got a new pair of painting pants. It might not be funny to you, but I'm cracking up with myself. Oh my gosh. The carpet is looking okay. This stuff, I don't remember where I got this stuff from pharmacy. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I need to look and see if they do, because it is the best multi-purpose cleaner. It takes out almost everything. It's a company called Pharmacy. It's like a makeup company, but they used to have cleaners, but this was a long time ago. And it only takes a little bit, but that stuff is amazing. So if I get all this cleaned up and I get it all like to where you never know, I may just wait and watch my husband's reaction when he sees this video before I tell him what I did. He'll come home and be like, what happened to your pants? But like, I got paint on them. It's okay. Oh yeah. As long as it doesn't resurface, it should be okay. But anyway, lessons learned. I say all that to say, you know, I know God's working in me, and he's changing a lot of things inside of my heart and my reactions and different things. He's sanctifying me. It's a process. But I say all that to say, there's still a lot of work to do. I mean, I still sometimes overreact with my children, overreact with situations, whatever, but this is a situation that I would have reacted to very differently. As long as it doesn't resurface, I don't know, because it is down in there. I might go get the shampooer and see if I can't pull it up.
In the embrace of the morning sun, eternal beauty, tale begun, canvas painted with colors divine, timeless allure, forever to shine. Eternal beauty, a radiant grace, in every moment you light up this face.
I mean, the rug only costs like $100, maybe somewhere around there. But only $100 is $100, especially when food costs the way it does and everything else. So if I can save my rug, I'm gonna save my rug. You know, the old me would have probably been like, oh, it's a new excuse to go get a new one. But things are changing. Clean up that mess, the pan, and I gotta get started. I gotta look like I've done something else other than clean my carpet. Right now, that's the carpet. And it was right in here. So I was able to wipe it up. And so right now you can't tell. As long as it doesn't resurface, it should be good. Okay, I think I succeeded in that little bit. I gotta hurry up. They just pulled back in. Oh my gosh. cleaned up in the nick of time. Nothing ever happened. Just wait till he watches the video. Oh. That's gonna be funny. Nobody likes to watch this painting, or nobody likes to watch paint dry. So I'll pick back up when I get to the door and I'm sanding and priming the door. You already saw the exciting part. And that's all cleaned up. So Lord willing, it will not resurface. And you know, Lord willing, we won't have any more mishaps. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep going. I am sweating like crazy. This is my workout today. I did with these light switch plates, because they're the almond color and I'm switching to like that alabaster color on the wall. Instead of buying new white ones, I painted the old ones. I just stippled the paint over them and just made them the same color as the wall. So I can show you what I did. They're this color, like a almond. And I don't want the almond on top of like the creamy white. I may end up getting new curtains because the white, these are like, I forget what they were called, oatmeal or whatever, but they look very yellow up against the wall. And I don't like that. So I may end up getting new curtains. I don't know. We shall see.
God blessed you with endless love in His divine grace. He welcomed us like this. He came to save us, to forgive us. In your arms, Lord, I always want to be. On the path of life, sometimes I get lost, but your divine light shows me the right way. In your mercy, I find redemption. You came to save us, to forgive us. In your arms, Lord, I find my rest. God blessed you with endless love in His divine grace. He welcomed us like this. He came to save us, to forgive us. In your arms, Lord, I always want to be.
All right, everyone. So the first coat of primer is on, and it is, oh, yeah, it is. That's just very light right there because it's dark over here. I have to remember I painted some of the walls already with the other paint that was on the roller when I finished. So, but let me show you what I've got done so far. All of this, that is primed. This was just painted with the paint that was on the roller before, so the ones that are darker. But everything is primed all the way down this entire wall, all the way to the dining room on this side. So, including the door, I have the door primed. The door has primer on it. So all of this has to dry. And then once this dries, I'm going to go in with my paint and start my painting. And then once I get the painting finished, hopefully I can get the trim done. So, and the trim, when I start the trim, I'm going to do the trim that is at the base back here underneath of the fireplace. I need to take off the plug thing there so I can stipple that with the rest of them. And then I'll paint all of the window trim and the baseboard down here, and then paint the door and paint the trim. It's going to be the same color as the trim, the door will. So that's the goal, to make all the doors the same color as the trim. Let me show you what is looking good right now. So far, so good. So you can't even tell. Hopefully it doesn't resurface. I'm being quiet because he's in there. And they came home and he's jumped into making some breakfast, and he's working on some, what do you call them, like plans for a new chicken coop. So he's drawing that up. So that'll probably be in the works. I'll show you guys some of that as he's building that and working on that. As long as he's not doing that while I'm in here filming something else. But the goal is today to get all of this wall painted and then all of that trim across done. This is high hopes. But to get it done, to get that door painted. Then I have to paint. I'm going to paint, while I have the trim out, I'm going to go ahead and paint the baseboard along here. And then I'm leaving this casing white, but I am going to paint this trim the same as the baseboard. So that will be the same, and then the baseboard. So all the way down around that piece and down will be gray. And then this will be the white. Well, it will be the pewter gray color. So then my other dilemma is this. You see these nice doors? Well, there was a door there. They open like that. They have the bifold like. And this door kept coming off of the track, and we have placed it on there over and over and over and over and over again. And so we had it just, my husband was just like, forget it. And we just leaned it up against there for the time being. Well, when my son came through the other day, his coat hit it. Well, it knocked it over. When it knocked it over, it fell and it busted. The handle, the knob part just smashed inside of it. So that door is a bust. So now we have to take these off of here and figure out what to do. The dilemma is not knowing what kind of door to put back up here. Do we put the same kind of door? Do I try to reconfigure? We need to go through coats. We have way too many coats and things. I mean, we do use them, just about every one of them, because this one's a work coat, but there are a few that we could get rid of. We could go ahead and thin out, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through, if we can thin them out, donate some, and then I can go through this up here. I have hats, gloves. I have these little buckets that I did years ago, and then extension cords are here. This is my hiking bag, and then our beach towels I keep up here because when we go to the creek, it's just easy to come here and grab beach towels if friends come over and we're going down to the creek. So I don't know if I want to maybe build something in here. And I've mentioned that to my husband. He wasn't too keen on the idea. So we'll see. I don't know. He said something about getting a barn door, But there's no wall on this side. You know, it's open. And then over here, we have our thermostat. So, and then I have this, which I cannot block if somebody was to leave it open. So that'll be a future project down the road. I have no idea how far down the road because the painting's going to take top priority right now. And yeah, so I don't know when that's going to get done. If you see the closet open or missing a door, that's why. So yeah, I'm going to wait until this dries really good. Then I'm going to work on putting a thing of paint on here, getting the paint on the wall. And then once I start on the trim, I'll catch back up with you then because, like I said, nobody wants to watch paint. But we're going to go in here. He's making some breakfast. Let's see what he's making. So let's find out what he's got going on good in here. What you got going on good?
Oh,
Homemade scrapple.
Yeah, a guy at work gave it to me. Scrapple.
Scrapple, eggs.
Yeah, it needs a little salt. I don't think it's salty enough. Yeah, scrapple and eggs.
All right. Now the status of the house is in major disarray, you know, but like, how do you do project? Well, 1,000 shoes. Shoes need, one of those is mine. So I'm not blaming anybody, but those need to go in.
New project.
Oh, this is his new project. Do you want to explain it?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. You went and bought, what did you buy today?
I bought a 5x8 trailer on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
Yeah.
It's Marketplace, babe.
It's gonna be a chicken house on that trailer.
On the trailer. He's building a chicken house on the trailer so it can be on wheels and he can move it.
I'm trying to get my cost where, you know, how much it's gonna cost me for the framing. So that's what I'm drawing right now. Trying to lay that out, see what I'm gonna need, how much it's gonna cost me. I'm gonna get the framing done first, and then I'll worry about plywood because plywood is expensive.
Yeah, so that's what he's
really,
working on. And so, like I said, the house is in disarray. I mean, everything's at the table, stuff, you know, the curtains were taken down. But, you know, when you're doing projects, that's what happens. I'm going to get him to help me move this light up later. So once I get the painting and everything done, he told me that he would help me move it up. So, because Taylor and I always hit our head on it. And we're always knocking. So, I think it'll be okay going up to the ceiling. So, we're going to try it. But, you know, you can't do a project. It's got to get worse before it gets better. So, just keeping you updated on what's going on. I'll catch back up with you when I start the trim. Alright, so I thought I'd go ahead and I want to go ahead and stipple these and show you what I did. To just save money and rather than buying all new white ones. The ones that are white, I'll hang on to those. But the ones that aren't, you know, I will keep those white. But these, I'm just going to stipple these. And then I'll show you what they end up turning out like because I have some that are already done. I'm going to go ahead and... So that's basically all I do. I have just a basic... Get you a little closer. I have a basic, like a stencil brush. And then... I just stipple all over it. On the edges. I can get it picked up. Oh my goodness. There we go. So this is what they look like with the first coat. I will do a couple coats on this, stippling each time. That'll probably be the only coat of the primer I'll do, but I'll do the rest in the actual wall paint. and then I'll stipple them as well. Let me show you what they look like. When they're completed, this is what they look like. And I just put like a polyacrylic over them so you can wipe them. I can wipe them off and they match the wall. So now, like I said, these you would have to change the switch plates, but I'm not worried about that. At least the cover blends in with the wall. To make the screws have the paint on them, I didn't like paint them with a paintbrush. I actually took the roller that I used to paint the wall, and I took the little screws and I just held them in my hand and kind of tapped the face, the cover of them. I don't know if you can see. I just kind of tapped it down on the paint roller, and that covered them up, so that worked. We are at the point where all of the walls have finally finished their second coat, and I am starting on the door. I'm going to paint the door. This is the Revered Pewter color, and that's going to be the color of the door and the trim. That is what all of the trim is going to look like. And I'm debating whether to leave, I don't know if you can see it with the lighting. It's kind of weird. I'm debating whether to leave this the white color. It's hard to see. Or to paint that the same color as the door. Maybe when it gets dark outside, I'll be able to tell a little bit more. And so I think I'm going to leave that the white color for now. I don't think it looks too bad. You can let me know in the comments what you think, because I'm definitely not going to touch it just yet. So, but yeah, okay, I can start on in to the other rooms.
Found my joy in the Lord Almighty, searching high, lost, then He surprised me. Shining bright like the sun, He guides me. In the shadows, His light revives me. Mountains crumble 'cause He's my foundation. In every storm, He's my salvation.
You really, I guess you can tell. I don't know. It's a little different than that. That's a little darker, but I really like it. I think I'm going to really like this. Instead of doing a whole video where you see me just painting a bunch of trim, I'm just going to be painting trim probably even when I'm not haven't picked up the camera and I'm not filming. So yeah, that's kind of been the gist of my day today. Just painting this wall and working on this. So, you know, I've got a lot more to do, but if I can get like one wall done, you know, a day for, I mean, obviously, I don't know if I'll do any painting tomorrow, but if I can get one wall done one day and then take a couple breaks or whatever and then come back and get it done, eventually it will get done. I just don't have it in me to paint this whole house like I did the last time. I don't have it in me to paint the house like I did the last time as far as like all in one go. I'm a lot older now, so I have to do it as I can do it, and that's okay. I'm going to keep working on this tonight, and then I'll show you after I'm kind of finished it all. I'll give you some after shots, but I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and I'll give you the after shots afterwards, so I'm going to close this one out. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching my blunders today. I mean, honestly, the floor, you would never know it. It hasn't resurfaced, so thank God I was able to clean that up. So that little stuff from pharmacy is wonder cleaner, and I use it very sparingly because I don't even know if I can get it anymore. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below. I love engaging with each and every one of you. And I'm going to keep painting. And I'll show you the overview at the end. So Lord willing, friends, there'll be another one. Bye.